Welcome back to Pulse with Robin. Today I have an inner thigh and tricep workout for you. These are two muscle groups that I personally neglect a little bit, so we're really going to burn them out today. If you have a light set of weights, you can use them, but as always, they are optional. You can still do the movement without weights. Let's get right into it. Sit your hips back to your heels, reach your arms forward in a child's pose. Pressing the palms of your hands down into your mat. Shifting forward into a 4-point kneel. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Reach your left arm up toward the ceiling, twist your left arm under your torso, head comes down to the mat. Untwist, reaching your left hand up toward the ceiling. Return your left hand to the mat. Reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Twist your right arm under your body, head comes down to the mat. Untwist, reach your right arm up toward the ceiling. Hand comes back to the mat. Let's do that again. Left arm comes up, twisting under your body. Untwist, reaching up toward the ceiling. Hand comes down to your mat. Let's switch sides. Reach up, look up. Slowly twist under. Untwist, reach up, and return to a 4-point kneel. Tuck your toes, send your hips high and back to a downward dog, bending one knee and then the other. Press both heels up high onto your tippy toes. Drop both heels down toward the mat. Press up onto your toes. Press your heels down. One more time, pressing your heels high. Drop your heels toward the mat. Drop your knees down to your mat, returning to a 4-point kneel. Extend your right leg long behind your body. Starting with narrow push-ups. Bend your elbows, keeping them tucked in close to your ribs as you lower your chest. Extend your arms, squeeze your triceps. Keep those elbows close to your ribs as you bend and lower. Adding on at the top, adduct your right leg slightly to the left, return through center, bend your elbows, lower your chest. So we're just adding in a very small movement to that right leg, pressing that leg to the left, return to center, push up. Starting to fire up that right inner thigh. Press your right leg to the left. Tap your foot down to the mat. Lift it back up. Return through center. Bend your elbows, lower your chest. Adding in a little tap down to the mat and lift. Think of squeezing that right inner thigh as you press your leg to the left. Lower, lift, return. Continuing with those narrow push-ups, your elbows are close to your ribs as you bend and lower. Thinking about the muscles we're using, mind to muscle connection, squeezing those triceps, squeezing that right inner thigh. On your next push-up, stay low. Let's pulse. Elbows are bent close to your ribs. Chest is low. Tiny pulses for 3, 2, and 1. Press your hips back. Reach your arms forward in a nice child's pose. Deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Come down onto your right side, propped up on your right forearm. Bend your left leg, bring your left foot out in front of your body. Extend your right leg long. Pointing through your right toes, lift and lower. Lift your right leg, squeeze your right inner thigh, slowly lower. Lowering just to lightly tap your mat or even hovering your right foot just off the mat and then lifting back up. Holding at the top of each rep for a second before lowering with control. Adding on, lift, bend your right leg, extend, and lower. Keep your right knee lifted off your mat as you bend and extend your leg. Keep your right toes pointed. Actively thinking about working that inner thigh. Movements are super slow. Next time you lift, hold, just bend and extend. Leg stays lifted, bending and extending. Don't let your leg drop. Last 3, 2, last 1, extend your leg, draw tiny circles in either direction. Leg is lifted, tiny little circles. Switch direction, tiny circles with the whole leg, not your ankle. Last 1, keep your leg lifted, tiny pulses up and up. Right leg is straight, it is lifted off your mat. Last 3, 2, hold. Hold your leg lifted, squeeze your inner thigh. 3, 2, 1, lower. When you're ready, come back to your 4-point kneel. Extend your left leg long. Coming back to those narrow push-ups, bend your elbows close to your ribs, lower your chest. Extend your arms and press up. Again, your elbows are staying narrow, tucked into your sides as you bend, really getting into those triceps. Adding on at the top, extend and hold. Adduct your left leg to the right. Return through center, bend your elbows, lower your chest. Starting to fire up that left inner thigh now. Pressing it to the right and return. Small movement with that left leg. Squeeze that inner thigh, keep it slow. Let's add in that tap. Press your left leg to the right, tap your foot down, lift, return through center, narrow push-up. Pressing that leg as far to the right as you can without letting your torso or hips twist. Core is strong. Squeezing your inner thigh, squeezing your triceps in that narrow push-up. Think of splitting each shape up into its own movement. Keeping it so slow. Still getting that chest as low to your mat as you can, even though it feels like we've done about 100 push-ups already today. Last one. Hold low in your push-up, tiny pulses. Elbows are bent and narrow. Chest is low, keep going. Last 3, 2, and 1. Press yourself up, hips come back, reach your arms forward in a child's pose. Come down onto your left side, propped up on your left forearm. Left leg is long, right knee is bent, right foot is on the mat in front of you. Pointing through your left toes, lift and lower. Squeeze your inner thigh to lift. Slowly lower so that your left foot lightly taps the mat or just hovers right off the mat, then lift it straight back up. Pausing for a second at the top before slowly lowering. Let's add on. Lift, bend, extend, and lower. Left knee stays lifted off your mat as you bend and extend. Movements are super slow and controlled. Separating each shape into its own movement. Lift, bend, extend, and lower. Trying to lower that leg just to a hover, keeping that inner thigh active. Next time you lift, hold. Just bend and extend. Left leg stays lifted off your mat, bend and extend. Squeeze that inner thigh to keep your leg lifted, bending and extending with as much control as possible. Last one, extend and hold. Draw tiny circles with your leg. Tiny little circles, leg is straight and lifted. Reverse the direction, drawing those circles with your whole leg, not your ankle. Last one, hold tiny pulses up and up. Squeeze that inner thigh. Last 3, 2, hold. Keep your leg lifted and hold. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower your leg. Coming up to standing, bring your feet as wide as possible. Toes and knees are pointing out to the sides. You can have your hands on your hips, behind your head. You can hold your hands at chest level. Bend your knees, finding a nice deep squat. Extend and press up. Wide stance squats. Bending your knees, getting as low as possible. Extend and squeeze your inner thighs. Keep your knees pointing out to the side throughout this movement. Don't let them cave in. As you extend, think that you are trying to squeeze your inner thighs toward each other. Let's add on squat and hold. Lift your right heel, lower. Lift your left heel, lower, stand up. So adding heel lifts at the bottom, staying low in that squat as you lift and lower your heels. Lift and lower your right, lift and lower your left. Stand up, squeeze your inner thighs. Keep all of these movements slow. Hold Hold your heel lifted for a second before you slowly lower it down. Again, don't let your knees cave in, keep them pressing out to the side. Next time you squat, stay low, continuing with those heel lifts. Lift one heel, lower, lift the other, lower. Stay low. Don't rush these movements. The slower you go and the lower you stay in your squat, the more those inner thighs are gonna burn. Let's take it to double heel lifts. Lifting both heels, lower both heels. So slow and controlled. Stay low. Lifting your heels as high as you can, pausing for a second at the top. Next time you lift your heels, hold tiny squat pulses. Option to lift your arms up overhead. Can you get a little lower? For 3, 2, and 1. Stand up, shake out those legs. Let's give those inner thighs a break and do some more tricep work. Grab your weights if you're using them. Come into a high kneel, lean your torso forward. Elbows are bent at your side, palms are facing in. Extend your left arm behind you, bend, extend your right, and bend. Keep your elbows glued in at your side. You are extending that arm behind your body, squeeze your tricep, and slowly bend it back to a 90. The further you lean your torso forward, and the further you have your elbows behind your body, the more this is going to work your triceps. Let's take it to double arms. Extend both arms and bend. Extend and squeeze your triceps. Bend your arms back to a 90. Pausing for a second in that extension before bending your arms. Your elbows should stay behind your torso for this entire series. Last one, extend your arms and hold. Lift your arms an inch, lower an inch. Keep your arms straight behind your body. Small movement, lift and lower. Again, keep leaning forward. Keep those arms lifted behind your body for a deeper burn. Last one, lift and hold, tiny pulses. Arms are staying straight and lifted. Tiny little movement. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hold. Holding here. Press your arms a little further back. Last 3, 2, and 1. Relax. Drop those weights down. Shake out your arms. We have a little more tricep work. Coming into a 4-point kneel, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Bending at your elbow, tap your elbows down to your mat. Extend, squeezing through your triceps. Hips stay high. Just bending your elbows. Tap your mat. Extend. Core is strong and engaged throughout this movement. You are not rounding or arching your back. All of the work is coming from the back of your arms. Adding in a narrow push-up at the top. Bend your elbows, lower your chest. Extend. Bend your elbows, tap your elbows to your mat. extend. Bend your elbows, lower your chest, keeping your elbows close to your ribs. This is the last layer to this series, your last little bit of tricep work. Don't rush the movements, you can do it. Last one. Amazing work, you did it. We are done with those triceps. Come down on your back for the finale of this workout. We have a little bit of core work that I snuck in, combined with our inner thigh finisher. Arms by your side, legs in tabletop. Squeeze your feet together, open your knees out to the side. Lower your feet, tap them to the mat. Lift, connect your knees through center. Legs are in a diamond shape, squeezing your feet together as you lower, tapping your feet to the mat, lifting back up, then squeeze your inner thighs together. Again, I want you to separate each shape into its own movement, keeping all the movements super slow. Inner thighs are active, feeling those lower abdominals turn on. Last one, return to a tabletop, bring your knees together, press your knees open. So your knees are staying right over your hips. Squeeze your feet together, open your knees out to the side, then squeeze your inner thighs together. Adding on, squeeze your inner thighs together, extend your legs long, bend your knees in, press your knees out to the side. Adding in a leg extension, really squeezing your legs together as you extend and bend. Then press your knees out to the side. Lowering those legs as low to your mat as you can without arching your spine. Continuing now with just that leg extension. Extend your legs and bend. Your legs stay glued together. Think of actively squeezing your inner thighs together. Extend and bend. Adding on, extend, split your legs to a V, bring your legs back together, bend your knees to tabletop. Extend, V, connect, and bend. You are so close to the end. Keep going. Last layer, extend and hold, split your legs to a V, bring them back together. Separate your legs, squeeze them together. Last 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's stretch. Hugging your knees in, deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Extend your left leg long on your mat, keep hugging your right knee in. Left hand guides your right knee across your body, opposite arm and head go the other way. Slowly untwist, grab behind your right leg, extend it up toward the ceiling. Slowly lower your right leg, extending it long on your mat. Pull your left knee in towards your chest. Right hand guides your left knee across your body. Opposite arm and head go the other way. Slowly come back through center. Grab behind your left leg, extend it long up toward the ceiling. Slowly lower your left leg down. Take your time coming up to seated. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees fall wide. Grabbing a hold of your toes, sitting up nice and tall. One last deep breath in and out. Come into a low kneel, sitting on your heels. Reach your left arm up and overhead, bend it behind your head, grabbing your elbow with your opposite hand. Getting in a nice tricep stretch. Let's switch arms. Reach your right arm up and overhead, bend it behind your head, grabbing your elbow with your opposite hand. Slowly release from this stretch. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms, lift your arms up and overhead, side bend to the left. Come back through center, exhale, side bend to the right. Again, return through center, side bend to the left. And side bend to the right. Lower your arms down, roll out your shoulders. Take a deep breath in. Big deep breath out. One more. Big deep breath in. Exhale, let it all go. Thank you so much for joining me today for that inner thigh and tricep burn. It definitely was a burner, and it reminded me why I don't work my inner thighs and triceps very often. I am doing a holiday sculpt 12 days of Pilates challenge from December 1st to the 12th. I will be posting a brand new Pilates video every single day. The holidays, it's a super busy time. Prioritize yourself. Take 20 minutes a day for 12 days. Enjoying the challenge. I'll see you December 1st.